The campaign expenditure limits for candidates and parties ahead of the 2022 general elections has been challenged by a section of members of parliament on the criteria used by Iebc in setting the maximum expenditure campaign threshold. A presidential candidate, for instance, is limited to spending only 4.4 billion shillings, with other positions limits dependent on the regions they hail from. Iebc with more.
In compliance with sections 18 and 19 of the Election Campaign Financing Act of number 42 of 2013 set expenditure limits for candidates and parties for the 2022 general elections. The limits set by the Commission have been sent to the government printer for publication in the Kenya Gazette.
In the political game, under 365 days, it will be a roller coaster moment for those aspiring to become the next leaders after 9th August 2022. Aside from the Iebc's exorbitant budget, capping politician spending limits has somewhat caused jitters among the political class. For instance, an aspirant in Tana River would only spend 68 million Kenyan shillings in campaigns for a population of 315,943, something that does not augur well with some politicians.
If you want to run for a governor, they only pegged it to 67. I think that is unfair. We have 3 constituencies. Even if you go by 37 million, then you will go to roughly 120 million, roughly. So the capitation has not been done accurately. They need to revisit that.
Kura inataka tu ikuwe kura, whether uko na pesa ama hauna pesa. Usiambiwe eti unaweza spend pesa hii ndio upite kura.
In the Kenyan political context, money is such a big factor in getting the much-needed attention and audience.
Strange, it happens in all countries, so that elections and choices of people, of the electorate, is not distorted by people with big pockets. Otherwise, we might as well say that representation in parliament is reducible to the highest bidder. And I think there needs to be a balance so that money should just be an enabler.
The question arising now is, what criteria will the Iebc use in auditing individual expenditure in the 2022 general elections?
Don't spend beyond 100 million. If I do 20 million for me, that's enough. So what are the infrastructure in place to enable Iebc monitor this?
The presidential spending limits for the 2022 general elections, however, is lesser by 800 million, where the limit was 5.2 billion in 2017. Iebc, Switch TV, Nairobi.